Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another live stream. Not going to watch long or anything like that. It's just a normal, everyday live stream where we've got no Arsenal this weekend in terms of the women don't play till Monday, so technically it's this week. The men's game was meant to be tonight at 5:30, got moved because of the lack of policing, because of obviously preparing for next weekend's coronation and all that malarkey. But that Palace have just played West Ham, no problem. But either way, it is what it is. We've been moved out. Game's been moved to Tuesday, so I thought, you know what? I can't just sit here stewing until tonight. After what happened on Wednesday with my boys, I can't just sit back and just like wait until much of the day to sort of talk to you guys again about not just Arsenal but football in general. So I thought, you know what? For once, go live at 3:00. Do a bit of a chit chat back and forth about the game, not just about Arsenal, but football in general. The games up and down the country, not just Premier League. We've got Championship, you've got League One, you've got League Two. And like it's been already noted in the chat already, big day for one of our resident subscribers and fellow Mr. Arsenal podcast subscribers, basically. Yeah. Basically, League One promotion-wise, the automatic spots could be wrapped up today. Both could be wrapped up today by Plymouth and Ipswich, respectively, if they both win their game, respectively. No matter what Sheffield Wednesday do, because mathematically there's only one game left after this, and then, yeah, I mean Sheffield Wednesday. What a time to fucking talk about Arsenal. Fucking what we've been doing the last few games, the last few weeks. Sheffield Wednesday done basically the same thing, but of League in League One. Sorry, pretty much just went, oh bollocks, we could get automatically promoted with easy. Nah, we're sort of foot to gas and let Ipswich into the fold, and then Ipswich was going, okay, we'll take advantage. To the point now where literally, I've got the phone up now. I can tell you the points that literally it has. Sheffield Wednesday need both teams basically to lose for them to have any realistic chance of automatic promotion. But also got Championship as well. I know Blackpool got relegated last night effectively because obviously they lost and this and the other. They can't catch it basically. But I've got the table up now. League One, we've got Plymouth at top with 95 points. Ipswich with a point behind on 94. Sheffield Wednesday on 90. So it's literally they need both Ipswich and Plymouth or one of the two to lose the last two games today and next week, and then they would have to win themselves. So that, yeah, it's just imagine getting 90 points and coming third and not getting to go through playoffs. Jesus Christ! But again, I know I've said there's a lot of but we mentioned in the chat as well about how long it's been since Ipswich. 23 years, I think Stefan said before in the chat before we went live. 23 years since Ipswich were promoted to the Premier League. And they obviously lasted the first season fantastic, got into European UEFA, or is now Europa League, but UEFA Cup. And then the second season, with that added to their calendar, we didn't play, and obviously got relegated on the last game of the season, effectively, because basically the last game of the season, it was in their hands, sort of. All they had to do was not lose. But they're going away to Liverpool, Anfield, Gerard Houllier at Liverpool as well. Who came second in the league that season, and they confirmed their second the game before. But it was at Anfield, and you knew they were going to go out on the highest. So it was like Ipswich were hiding to nothing, and got a hiding to nothing with Marco Owen and all that getting the goals. And we haven't seen them since. They've flirted a few times, Ipswich, and they were in the Championship. They flirted a few times coming back up via the playoffs and things like that. They fall just short and get playoff spots, but they just couldn't get to the final, get that hurdle, and then eventually the ownership, as Stefan's mentioned before. Sorry, Stefan. I think your last comment. But with the whole ownership situation, it's led to them being for the last. I mean, it's been a few years now since Ipswich got basically relegated to League One. It was Mick McCarthy was their last. When they were in the Championship, the year before they got relegated to League One. But Mick McCarthy in charge again. They're flirting sort of within the range of playoffs, but just falling short. He decided near the end of the season, once it was like sort of impossible to get a playoff spot, that he'd announced he was leaving in this season, basically. Oh, breaking news: Jeff Stelling to leave Sky Sports. He said this last year. Jeff Stelling. Jeff Stelling did this last year. He was going to go out with bloody Chris Kamara, and then suddenly they offered a bit of money. I'm staying put for another year, and now he's gone. He's just announced now. Sorry, I'm leaving at the end of the season. Jesus Christ. So yeah, once he knew, obviously, as I say, McCarthy was like, no, I'm stepping away, and the ownership, you think they'd go out and get another manager of that ilk, in terms, I say, of that ilk, of that experience, that had to know all the championship, that would go on and get Ipswich over that hurdle event finally. Oh no. They went out and got the newly promoted Rotherham manager at that time, who just got a by the playoffs, I believe, if I remember correctly. No, Shrewsbury, the Shrewsbury manager. It was Shrewsbury manager. Sorry, just missed out and lost to the final to Rotherham. Sorry, brought him in, and then, as you'd imagine, it was just chaos from day one of that season. And literally, the owners were just digging heels and want to sack him, and left it. By the time they did sack him, it was too late. Let's be honest. Moral wise, morale wise, sorry, the players just gone. And there was just a matter of pride and everything that season. And then since then, they've been in League One and again been around it, but not quite there. They brought Paul Lambert, they went down, brought him in. Thought they'd get out straight first time fast. They started their first season in League One. They were unbeaten, and they were unbeaten in the league, home and away, until I want to say November, December time. One defeat, and it just fell away. And again, as I say, since then they've been in and around it, but not quite there. And then this year they've just got it right. They've got it spot on, and fair play to them. And again, I've said, and Stefan will back me up, and all the records will back me up. I said, back me up this. I want Ipswich back in the Premier League. It's been not just back in the Championship for next season, but I want them back in the Premier League because it's been so fucking long. I want to play Ipswich in the league, not just like the occasional one-off game. It's something different than having going to fucking London or fucking Manchester or wherever. Tom's saying Wigan will go down as well today, get relegated as well if they don't win. Yeah, because of the Blackpool situation, they now have to win themselves. When they did do it last week, but it's fully they have to. And Stefan, as long as you guys stick by me and all that, and smash that like button and push on and all that, in terms of promoting the stream and this, and smash the like buttons, etc. As long as you stick around, of course I'm going to keep you updated. There's a whole point of this stream is to keep you updated with all the games that get underway. We're 4 minutes into the games. It's Sunderland 0, Watford 0. There are no goals yet, basically, 4 minutes into this Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs. But anything drama, any drama kicks off in League One, be it the Ipswich game or Plymouth or Sheffield Wednesday, you'll be the first to know. Trust me. One sec. A few comments in. Let's go through the comments, dude. First goal today is not in the League One, it is in the Championship. Hull have scored an early goal against Swansea, at home to Swansea. Sorry. Just trying to find out who scored itself, but it's MKM. They've changed the stadium name now. Oh, bloody hell. The MKM Stadium, bloody hell. But yeah, first goal of the 3 o'clock kickoffs goes to Hull City. Oh, there's a VAR checking. There's a VAR check currently going in the Premier League as it stands. Brighton have scored, but it's going to be checked. Stockport took the lead against League 2. I think now League 2 champions and promoted as well. Leyton Orient. Akel Wright scored for Stockport, and there was an own goal for own goal. Okay, Coventry just scored. Oh, again, Coventry being a fantastic Last couple of years since they got promoted from League One, last season would be fantastic. Their first season back in the Championship for how many years? This season, that's just outside the playoffs. As it stands, they can still get a playoff spot. Oh, mate, again, they're another team that's been outside the Premier League for so long, gone for so much turmoil on and off the pitch as they got relegated way back when. I'd love to see Coventry back in the Premier League as well. So I sort of want them to get in the playoffs. Because as it stands, barring Luton, no, with all due respect, any Luton fans come across this, with all due respect, I don't want Luton to come up. I really don't. Oh my God, because the AFTV and all that, and it's Luton. Let's be honest. But the other three, as it stands, or any other teams that are getting up in the playoff spots, I'm not minding who goes up. To be honest. But Coventry got in there, I'd favour that. I'd have a slight favouritism towards them, basically. West Ham shouldn't be where they are. Big club, big stadium. They took the foot off the gas this season. Domestically wise, got to say. They took their foot off the gas. They have the ball. But they're still looking at this goal at Brighton. Bloody hell, how long was it taking? If it's taking this long, that ain't good for Brighton. There was Undav with the goal as well. It's got ball in the net, but they are checking still. Yeah, there finally, after 20 years of checking for offsides and handballs, it's been given 1-0 Brighton. Sterling is great. He inspired me to be the third-rate YouTube broadcaster that I am. Don't put yourself down like that. Oh dear, but Chris is in the chat as well. Apparently there's a chance of Forest here, but obviously hasn't been put in net. But yeah, apparently Forest started off well, nearly 7 minutes in. Really? You really want Millwall in a Prem, knowing what will happen up and down the league every match day? Every away match, Millwall away match day, it'll be a bloodbath. But you really want them? Okay, I don't, not just because of that. I just don't. I don't know. It's just some. I don't know. It is what it is. Stefan, Coventry were always a decent club when I was a kid. Yeah, I guess that's to say, like yourself for Ipswich, it's been way too long since they've been in the Premier League. I know that, and again, they've had a lot. I mean, since they got relegated and they've been moved from it's called now. The original, I can't remember what it's called now. Is it Highfield Road or something like that? Highfield Road, I believe it was called. Their old stadium back in the day, and before they moved to the Rico moved stadium to the Rico Arena. So before all that debacle and financial cut kicks off, it just got from one extreme to the other. And they thought, there's drama. The drama starts in League One. Sheffield Wednesday have scored against Shrewsbury. Michael Smith with the goal. You wanted an early goal, Stephen, you got it, but not for Ipswich. It's for Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, here we go. I'm doing the road trip at 4, but I can do first half of your show if you like, Mr. Ryan. Yeah, one sec. I'll send you a link in a sec. Oh, dear. Oh, who knows? Are these even playing this weekend, by the way? With all the messing about the fixtures and all that, they've been moved as well. Or is it just Arsenal games? That'll piss me off. If the only game that's been moved is Arsenal's game. That'll really piss me off. Oh, there's an Ipswich goal, is there? Sky not telling me nothing so far, so I need there's more drama. Okay, so Plymouth now have to definitely score and win today. Oh my God, with Sheffield Wednesday's current. There we go, just coming through there. Connor Chaplin, bloody hell. Rochdale scoring against Sutton. Oh, it's all. This is what Ipswich need. This is what they need to get promoted today. A win. As long as they win, they are going up to the Championship next season. After what, a 4 or 5 year exile? Stockport has scored a second. Callum Chaps, Stockport 2, Leighton Orient, who've already been promoted and won the league, 0. so excited when I spoke before. No, fair. I mean, I've always had a conversation with obviously Stefan on here when we go live about it. We talk about Ipswich and all that. It's like you've been out of the league. You need to come back to the Premier League. You need to get back to your glory days and all that in terms of being that club that everyone sort of has that soft spot for. But this is a League One as it stands table. As it stands, Ipswich are promoted with the scores as they are. Ipswich are top of the league and will be promoted. Plymouth are second, but as it stands, won't be promoted. Sheffield Wednesday, as it stands, with their win, will keep. Obviously, that means if Sheffield Wednesday's got current scoreline, they'll be third still. But because of their winning and currently, obviously, with Plymouth being 0-0, that last play automatic spot will be up for grabs still. But as it stands, Ipswich, as it stands, though, it's going to change a few times. I feel throughout the day. Yeah. Yeah, it's a short. Just short. Saw Sheffield United are back now. Well, that's great. Yeah, it's fantastic. They got promoted midweek. The game that they couldn't play the weekend because last weekend because of the FA Cup was moved to midweek. They played it. All they needed to do was win, and no matter what, they were promoted. They won it, and they are back. And again, and I'm an Arsenal fan here, but there's certain teams that you. 2-0, is it 2-0 Brighton? Ooh. What does this mean for the league? Premier League anyway, because this ain't looking good for Tottenham, trust me. That's when they got Liverpool tomorrow. Liverpool. Oxford 1, Forest Green 0. Forest Green have already been relegated, so it doesn't really mean much to them, really. I wonder why you're saying that, Tom. Right, let's update this. One sec. Update this old monarchy league, most updated league table. Here we go. Right, here we go. Pascal Gross with a goal as well. So as it stands, league table-wise, we've got Spurs in fifth on goal difference. Literally just 2 goals in it, basically, goal difference-wise. On 54 points, Villa on 54, Liverpool on 53, Brighton on 52, but they've got a game in hand on Liverpool and 2 games in hand on Tottenham and Villa. So really, Brighton winning today is the last thing Tottenham need, with Brighton having 2 games in hand over them. Wow. Right. Ray's in the chat. Big up, Ray. How you doing, Ray? Hope you're keeping well. I've seen you for a while. Hawk's in the chat as well. I haven't seen Mr. Bungle yet, Hawk, but hopefully you'll pop in soon at some point. Oh, bloody stuff. I don't know what I've done. What? Done something to it. Fucking body. Oh. We need Brighton fighting for Europe versus. I think they will. Well, I don't think that's going to be the case. That will be the case. I think we need. Let's be honest. We've dropped off in the last 4 games. Result wise, and then obviously Wednesday performance as well. We knew. Yeah, we do need a miracle now. We need the miracle of all miracles. The favours of all favours. Oh dear. Oh, Charlton have scored against Port Vale. Charlton again. Charlton not really got nothing to fight for in League One themselves. They've really been off to Tyrese Campbell as well. Okay, didn't know he was playing with Charlton. Okay. Tyrese, isn't it? Yeah, Tyrese Campbell, isn't that Kevin's son? Kevin Campbell, Kevin Campbell, one of Kevin Campbell's boys. Okay, hell. But either way, Charlton, as I was saying before, Charlton nothing really to fight for in terms of League One. They're not going to get anywhere near. They're nowhere near the playoffs. They're not going to get it now. it's just a matter of pride and sort of building form for next season. I don't want Arsenal to stop hoping. Oh, I get again. I do get that. It's just obviously just like the disheartenment of obviously what's happening in the last 4 games, especially Wednesday as well. The way we went about that game, it's just it's got to the point now because until they're caught up game wise and we know where we stand after that, we do need results to go in our favour with them. Sheffield United. Sorry. 0-0 against Preston, playing at home, but again they're promoted, so they're just going for it. There's a party atmosphere there tonight, this afternoon. Sorry. Oh, Watford. This ain't good. Sunderland, who are in and around them playoff spots in the Championship, are losing at home to Watford 1-0. Oh, that ain't good. That's the last thing Sunderland need. Watford again, not really anything to sort of. I don't think they can really. I don't think they can actually get playoffs themselves. So it's just like, it's again going through, building momentum for next season. Christian Kasebe with a goal. Stefan's 2-0. It's loving it. Ipswich looks like Ipswich are going to be coming up after a 4 or 5 year exile. They're coming back to the Championship. Ipswich are cooking, says BX, mate. No, again, I'm so happy for Ipswich because again, a club of Ipswich's standing, they shouldn't be in League One. Let's be brutally honest there. They shouldn't be. It's a farce that they got relegated to that, and they had to wait this one to get re-promoted again. Someone got to. I bet you have, Stefan. I bet you have. Oh dear. Oh, apparently it should be 3-0. It should be 3-0 Brighton, but they've missed a great opportunity. Apparently, according to Chris Boyd here, just talking about the game. Like the fatigue they showed midweek, they're not showing today. Apparently, let's put it that way. They're absolutely dominating Wolves. Davis has been a pivotal part. Yeah, here we go. That's coming up now. Massive. I don't want to offend you, Stefan. I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Massimo Luangu. I probably butchered it along the way there, but he's the one that scored the second and possibly the most important goal of the afternoon in League One, and getting you guys back into the Premier League, but back into the Championship, one step closer to the Premier League, hopefully. Yeah, I'll put the link in the. You know what? I'll put some. I decided going back opening tabs and tabs up. I will hopefully be able to put a link in the chat for you. Oh dear, what am I doing? By the way, I did ask you about these. You didn't actually answer. I don't know if Leeds are playing tomorrow or not. I know there's only 3 games today in the Prem, and 2 of them have been played now. One was played earlier, so after this, it's done. Bolton have scored against Fleetwood. I've just seen Bianca Westwood, is, by the way, she's reporting on behalf of Sky at Ipswich game in May. The stands are full, the flags are flying in the background. That's fantastic. Again, it's fantastic. Top club, then. So again, it's a farce that they are in League One. They've been in League One. I waited a long time for this. I gave them my season ticket up because it had gotten so shite. Well, I think you need it. I think you might have to get yourself back in the queue for a new season ticket, Stefan, for next season, because touch wood, things can only get better. It looks like things are going in the right direction for you guys. You know what? Even though it doesn't look good for my team at the moment, at least you're going to have something to celebrate this summer as well. So not just today, but for the rest of the something to look forward to as well. Something new for the first time in a while. Oh, there we go. Live from Melvin's dungeon. Here we go. The first face, Tom.
It's already going back. It's biology, isn't it? What's going on, everyone?
Oh, dear. So what? I did ask, but you didn't answer me. But, Leeds, are they playing this weekend, or have they been moved as well?
We're playing Bournemouth tomorrow in the I believe it's the 2 o'clock.
So it's only Arsenal got moved.
Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah,
I think majority of the league's playing tomorrow. Yeah. Arsenal could be moved to Sunday or anything like that. But I know it's an London derby and all that. Got Arsenal and Chelsea fans coming to the Emirates. We're meant to be playing tonight at 5:30, but it's moved to Tuesday because there's lack of policing and all that. Because obviously preparing for next Saturday's coronation and all that. But they say that, but yeah, Palace and West Ham just want to head at Palace. That's a London derby. Don't involve police.
Oh, it's not the same though. There's nowhere near.
You know what I'm saying? No. They could have moved. They could have moved things about. But they knew this. The thing is, when they knew, when they were picking the schedule out, they knew that this weekend was around the corner. Like, what was coming in terms of the coronation next week. So they could have when they're picking the TV schedule out, gone right. Sensible wise, let's do one London derby today. Let's do one London derby on a Sunday, say early or whatever, or even do us on a Friday night. Oh no, we've got to have it on a Saturday. Oh no, we can't do it on a Saturday 5:30. There's no police. Oh, 3-0. Stefan's happy. Stefan, you're going up. There you go. No, there's no stress for you today. You're not an Arsenal fan, so don't get the stress.
Jesus Christ. That is 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Better play, John.
You know what?
But yeah, big game for you guys then. They went to Bournemouth.
I'm not quite ready to call it, just in case strange things happen, but it's looking good for you.
Because you absolutely fall apart in the second half.
Exactly. I don't want to be like sitting there going, yeah, you're up, and then Exeter score 4 goals in like 5 minutes or something, and it's like,
Sorry.
Then I still have to face Stefan on YouTube, so yeah. But you know.
Oh dear. How's your week been anyway? Apart from certain teams letting you down and not getting results that you wanted or needed.
Oh, this fucking Premier League, pardon my language, fucking sit there. It's like everyone's going, oh, Brighton have a hangover from the cup game. Oh, it's like, but they can turn it on against teams that I don't need them to win against. Annoying.
Well, technically, you do need Wolves to lose today. Technically, just to keep them in it.
Oh, they're not in it. I think if you make it
the 35 points,
you're probably safe.
You're saying that, but Chelsea, the way they're going, they're getting dragged into it slowly but surely, week by week.
Nah.
Have you seen? It's like what? It's like 6 or 7 points between 19th, or no, not 19th. Sorry, 18th, and where they are in 12th or 11th, wherever it is now.
Yeah, but everyone in that like bottom 5 have got to like play Man City or something like that. And
so have they. So have they. They've got to play us Tuesday. They've got Man City near the end, but they're not. Look at Chelsea. Let's be honest. Let's look at Chelsea. Even before Lampard came out along, but it's even more so since Lampard's come along here. They've scored 1 goal in all competitions and absolutely got battered in every single one. I know they won't, Stefan, but I know they won't get relegated. But it'd be nice. It's nice to see them down there because that little, you know what, it fucking goes. Oh, that's not bottom of the league. And, oh, champagne tastes so nice. Fuck off. Your team's 11. Your team just loses 2-0. And you're more worried about Arsenal. Fantastic. Derby are losing 1-0.
That's terrible. That is. Oh, actually.
There's Pompey as well.
Yep. The thing with Chelsea is, I think this game might go down, and that is just manufactured. So
the media get on
So
him.
a
But yeah,
certain Mr. Jennings can manufacture a fake panic for clicks.
well, there's that as well. Yeah. You're going to like this. Brighton 3, Wolves 0. Pascal Gross is on a brace.
Well, couldn't he be on a brace?
Could have done this on Wednesday.
Not
Could have done this
until-
on Wednesday for a good day. But no, again, all jokes aside, be fair, Forest are the home team. That's a tough place to go to. It has been this season for most teams in the league. Look, even City went there after they played us, beat us at the Emirates. A few days later, went today and went and 1-0 up. Better them on the actual stats, but got held to a 1-1 draw. So
I don't know. We need to throw a cat among the pigeons and beat Bournemouth tomorrow. Basically, the general consensus among Leeds fans: if we don't win at Bournemouth, we are going down.
I think yeah. Again, that comes along with the fact that you dropped. Well, you were leading against the Foxes, and out of nowhere you just went. Oh, there's a penalty at Ipswich apparently, Stefan. Fucking hell. What can I ask about this luck? Oh dear.
Our season went to absolute shit when we gave away a free kick against Crystal Palace in the 44th minute. Until that moment, we looked fine for survival. But then 5 goals followed, then another 6 goals followed. Again, at Anfield, not Anfield, against
It was really the way you played in that in the end.
Yeah, it was.
But the weird thing about that one against Liverpool was it was 2-0. You pulled one back made it 2-1. You think, oh, wow, hey, bit of a confident. Any other team, confidence boost, make a game of it. You got defensively worse. It's just like, are they down at 10 men or something? Have there been a red card I haven't seen? Because it was a parking of the ways every time Liverpool attacked.
I'll tell you this. It's same old shit. Leeds look fine until we concede. And then it's like a house of cards just collapses. It's annoying. Like, people laugh at it, like, oh, you falling apart. It's like, yeah, we have to fucking live it. And you can't do it yet. 4-0 to Ipswich.
Yeah.
It's just...
Stefan's in a promotion wonderland.
Yeah, you know what? 27 minutes. I'm still not sure. I'm ready to call it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Our Plymouth doing
0-0 currently.
0-0 with the mighty Burton. Yep. And they can go top with the results. Yeah.
Well, yeah. As it stands, Ipswich will be top. They're promoted anyway as it stands. But they'll go to top. Plymouth have got a second, but because they haven't won, and because Sheffield Wednesday are winning, as it stands, that last promotional spot will be up for grabs still, going to the last game.
I mean, winning the trophy is nice, but ultimately you just want to be above the line of third.
Yeah.
It was the same when we were in the Championship. It was like, the only moment I ever actually sat there and thought, yeah, it'd actually be nice to win the Championship was when we got promoted, because it was like, all right, now that's the
next goal,
over the line, that's the next thing. But other than that, it was just like, couldn't have give a flying fuck if we finished second. Just get over that line and get on match of the day. That was it. But
the way you're going, Stefan, I don't think that'd be out of the question. Where you're like over half hour in to 4-0 up.
Yep. I still remember the day Leeds got promoted from League One. Finally got out of League One. Brian, you cannot possibly understand what it is like to be in the absolute doldrums of football. Like, League One and the 5th tier are not that dissimilar in level. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of teams do go from National League and League One and then back down again because the level is a bit higher. But ultimately, you are playing teams that have been there. for the most part. I
Yeah.
mean,
what was it last season? Oldham, the first this time last year, Oldham Athletic became the first of the original Premier League sides to be relegated to non-league football. Rochdale have gone down this season. You're looking at the National League now. There's some teams in there that have obviously been in and around League One, League Two, Championship, and even Premier League over how many years now. Because obviously owners are not what they are and do what they do. Again, look at Forest Green has just been relegated back to League Two. Obviously, they came up, did a few years at League Two after promotion from the National League and all that. They've come up the first attempt and got absolutely humbled week in, week out. But it's a learning experience for them and all that along the way. AFC Wimbledon, when they were formed, every season, every other season, they were getting promoted. They got to League Two and they sort of had to steady the ship, and then they went into League One, steadied the ship for a couple of years, and they've been back into League Two. So yeah,
these leagues are just. We have the best pyramid in football. Has to be said. Just, I'm joining your show. Motherfucker, I'm joining if you scroll up, you will literally hear me say, I'm going on the road trip, at 4.
Literally, he does say that. And also, to be fair, I started this stream on my own, and then Tom asked if I wanted him to put the link in until 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm going to
give Gary time to scroll up and then make his apology. It's fine. I believe there's a goal.
There we go. Let's have a look. I wonder who it could be for.
so I've always wanted to do this. There's been a goal at Pullman Road, but which way has it gone, Ryan?
I don't know. Has there? Oh, I missed that, Jeff.
According to our reporter, Mr. Antonio, there's been a goal. There has been a goal. It's 5. 5. More than 1, 2, 3, 4, but less than 6. 5. I
have to wait. I need to talk to someone about that. 1 second.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry, let me phone my report. Yeah, they say it's 5 as well. I'm still not ready to call it. I'm sorry, Stefan. I'm not ready to call it yet. If you can make it to half time without conceding, I might officially call it over.
Yeah, Connor Chaplin just coming through now. Connor Chaplin with the goal. He's on a hat trick. Connor Chaplin with the 5th. 32 minutes in.
Incredible.
Enough time for a 6th for you to play? About 30 minutes for half time.
You know what? I don't usually want teams to be humiliated in such a fashion, but I actually think that Exeter deserve to lose this by 10-0 because they have a responsibility to football and to Sheffield Wednesday to actually try and make something happen, and they obviously haven't. So, and I'll say this, supporting a team that constantly doesn't make it happen. All right.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Now it's popped in. Have a little dig at you.
That's simply not true. That you are underestimating that by 4 places.
At least.
Yes.
It's on form. Oh, Burnley have scored. Champions and promoted Burnley have scored against Bristol City. Shock over there. Manuel Benton with the goal. Albion Rovers have gone 1-0 up against Ace 5. Bradford City, under Mark Hughes' guidance, are 1-0 up and trying to get up playoff spots as well. 1-0 up against Northampton. Andy Cook with the goal. How does that do for Bradford, actually? They're another team that's been outside the Premier League for fucking years. No, I mean
I was
years.
about to say Stefan's real greedy, talking about 6 for half time, but I've already laid down the gauntlet at that. In my opinion, if Ipswich don't score 10 goals today, shouldn't be promoted. They should graciously give up their spot to Sheffield Wednesday, because you should be scoring 10 past this team, shouldn't you? I mean, let's have a dive into Exeter. And no one's ever said that, because if you've ever seen Exeter, the place, no one ever wants to go there. No, sorry for anyone that's from Exeter, but
oh bloody hell! So yeah, Bradford City, as it stands table, are 7th in League Two, are separated by 1+ goal difference of Salford. So if Bradford score again, they will basically go into the playoff spots as it stands. Sheffield United have scored as well.
The playoff spots.
I'm trying to think. Let me go up from League Two. The top 3, isn't it? Top 3 is automatic, and then it's 4th, 5th.
4 to 7 is the playoff. So they've currently got the final spot and the game in hand. Don't know who that's against, but let's have another look.
Let's have a look.
Who else?
I don't know. Crew. Looks like Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got Crew. Yeah. Yeah, Sheffield United have scored as well against Preston. Again, I haven't said it already, but congratulations to Sheffield United. Nice to see them back in the Premier League after a couple of years out. Guarantee when fixtures come out, first game of the season will be against Sheffield United with Ramsdale as our goalie.
I'm starting to worry a bit whether Ipswich can hold on to their 5-0 lead, because I just hope they've got the defensive capabilities to hold what I'm assuming is going to be a massive charge from Exeter City to come at them in the remaining 9 minutes and a half. But
oh dear.
But,
no, it's by the way, since you mentioned to Gary that actually you invited yourself on, and basically this, that, and the other, you are going to be on each side at 4. It's just disappeared. Is it? It's a thing in the chat since. 4-0 Brighton. Danny Welbeck scores for Brighton.
Called me a traitor as well. Like, actually went full Tudor on me. Full, 1500 English. You are a traitor and you will be hanged from the Arsenal top of the Emirates or something, probably. I don't know. But Union Berlin is currently 0-0 against Bayer Leverkusen. Although they are quite some way back in third, but they're still hanging on to their Champions League spot by a thread. So we are in what they call in the snooker world, in the second week of the World Championship, the business end of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I can't stop crying. I don't know why all my friends are turning their back on my. It meant to say on me, laugh out loud. Who's turning their back on you? I'm not. Gary, who's doing you dirty? Who's doing you dirty, Gary? Because it ain't us. But yeah, Danny Welbeck, after going off injured last week, has scored a 4th for Brighton. So it's basically difficult. Brighton have won, basically. Which ain't good news. As I said earlier, this ain't good news for Tottenham. This is the last thing Tottenham want. Because of
that one yet.
The thing is, with Tottenham playing Liverpool tomorrow at Anfield, this is the last thing they want. It's Brighton winning. Because obviously Brighton, even though they're a couple of positions behind, they've got 2 games in hand. As it stands, with the as it stands table and all that malarkey, if Brighton keep on winning until they play their games in hand, they'll go above Tottenham in the European spots. Swansea, Luke Cundle has scored for Swansea, 1-1 there. Harrogate scored against Mansfield, Matty Daly for them. Cheltenham 1-0 up against Wickham. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, by the way, any Arsenal fans out there for the women's game, or anything, what for the women's game in general, there's literally, we're now into the last 3 3 to 200 tickets are left for Monday's big Champions League semi-final second leg. Once they're gone, it'll be a sellout for Monday night's Champions League semi-final second leg against Wolfsburg. 60,000 fans at the Emirates. So if you haven't already got your ticket, get your ticket now. Because you can be part
on Monday. So if I wasn't working on Monday, I would make sure to wash my hair, so I wouldn't be there. No, but no, obviously, good luck. You're in a good position, obviously. So and you'll get to then play the Barcelona
in Eindhoven. The final was in Eindhoven as well. Which with
is it in the Philips Arena or whatever it's called?
Yeah, that's what. So that could be interesting.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, so you could test yourself against the best team in the world, supposedly. But they are, aren't they?
Well, they are. This is Barcelona have reached 3 Champions League finals in a row now. Obviously, they lost last year to Lyon. Won it the year before. When they won it the year prior, they battered the fuck out of Chelsea, and rightly so. And obviously, this is their third attempt now. Go on.
Sorry, news just in. Arsenal's share price has gone down by 15% since Colonel Ward said he's going to be at the Emirates on Monday.
Colonel, where are you sitting actually? Out of interest, I mean, I've gone away. I want to go for special treatment. I thought, I've done enough time in the old doldrums of the peasant seating and all that. I've gone club level for Monday. Oh dear. Yeah, but as I say, out of interest, that's whereabouts you're sitting. I wonder. Real Madrid or Leeds United wannabes.
They are. They literally are. I mean.
Here comes the history lesson.
A lot nice. Yeah, they are. I couldn't even think of an excuse then because we did copy their kit. To be fair, credit where it's true.
Mm. I thought you was leaving the chat. Oh dear.
You know what? I've realised it's been 9 minutes since Ipswich have scored a goal.
I better say, it's been a while now. It feels like a long time.
Yeah. Absolute frauds. Your team don't deserve promotion, Stefan. How dare they?
Fancy take the foot if it goes at 5-0 up.
Lack of respect for the opposition. Lack of respect for us as reporters. We're not reporters.
Reporters, the converted commas.
Reporters. I'm totally not a livescore.com reporter at all. But
oh dear. Oh, Liam's put a tweet out. Oh, 2-0 commentary against Birmingham City. I think they're going for playoff spots. I need to check in a sec actually, see how that's going.
Yeah, according to current results, it is Luton, Middlesbrough, Coventry, Millwall.
Oh, that'd be tasty.
Get your money on Middlesbrough to be promoted because they're the only one that I would actually.
They'll be the red hot favourites. Out of the 4, they'll be the red hot favourites. Yeah.
Because the other 3 are actually like a story if they get promoted. Middlesbrough just, you probably should already be there.
Yeah. Again, years gone by, was it Blackpool beating Cardiff 3-2 over 10 years ago now, well over 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, the fairy tale season, got themselves in the playoffs, got the way to the final, and actually won. A whole city as well, so you never know. But yeah, as you say, Borough will be the red hot favourites, and rightly so, because of their standing against the 4. And the thing is, the worst thing is, if out of the 4, if Millwall were to come up out of the 4, it's a bloodbath every week, home and away. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're probably
here we go. League One update. League One at the home park. Plymouth 1, Burton 0. So as it stands, Plymouth will be going up as well, along with Ipswich to check back to the Championship.
We'll be getting a final day battle for the trophy.
Yep. That'd be interesting.
And, you know, just for the sake of it, we'll have a look at the fixtures to see what will be coming up after. Ipswich go to Fleetwood at midday, and then Plymouth go to Port Vale.
Who Ipswich got?
They are away at Fleetwood Town.
Oh, so both winnable
Sunday,
games, basically. Yeah, both winnable games then. It's who's going to have the mentality to just get over the line, basically.
Yeah.
But again, it is as it stands because it is 1-0, Burton could come back and cause an upset, maybe. You never know.
The thing
I
is,
can't believe Sheffield Wednesday, though.
need to win. Plymouth have to win because a draw wouldn't be good enough because Ipswich have a better goal difference by 32 goals, I believe.
Oh, my God. Bloody hell. But yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, that's a weird, because about 4 or 5 weeks ago, even Stefan will say this, 4 or 5 weeks ago, Sheffield Wednesday were in the top 2 and they're looking for the all but wrapping up the the automatic spot. And then they just suddenly dropped off and done an Arsenal basically and just gone, I don't know, we want this. You have it instead. And then they've left it too late to fucking mount a fight back. But it is the only game so far of any sort of significance, of all due respect to most of the teams up and down the country. Brentford and Forest is still 0-0, which isn't the sort of, again, not the worst result for you guys, but it's not the best. No. 1-0. 1-0 Forest. Danilo, again, a player that was linked to Arsenal heavily for the last 12 months ago. Went to Forest in January and he scored against away. It's away as well. Oh my days. Yeah, Wednesday have blown. Yeah, go back to League One. Wednesday have blown it. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, I was just saying it's not the worst result for you guys, and then suddenly, as soon as I say that, 1-0. So I do apologise, Tom.
Fuck it. It's annoying because Nottingham Forest, basically their fixture list has put them against teams that are on the beach, whereas we never seem to play anyone that has no incentive to beat us. It's annoying. People say, oh yeah, everyone plays each other once. Yeah, I understand how league format works, but it always seems to work out. Like last year, Burnley
priming and all that as well.
Well, because Burnley had loads of games in hand on us last year, and we had like a 7-point lead or something like that. But then they were playing against teams that were already safe and like comfortably in mid-table. So they weren't taking the game seriously, and Burnley like 1, 1, and 1. And it was like, but when we played those teams, they got points off us because they needed the fucking points. Yeah, exactly. It's really fucking irritating. And people can say, oh, they earn the right to do that. It's like, no, you should always play at your full capacity.
Oh, dear. That's the one thing I've got to say about this season, because it is so open and people might complain. Oh, you got the old person going, oh, but that means the league's so poor this season. No, because you got literally from bottom to at 12th, 13th, it's an open book of who could go down there, get dragged into that scrap or whatever. And then after that, from 12th to 5th, it's anyone who could go for the Europa League spots, Conference League spots. They've all got something to fight for. Usually by now, like you say, historically, every season by now, the mid-table teams in mid-table, they're sort of where we're safe and they're getting to Europe. So we'll just put our feet in the beach, so to speak, and sort of go, okay, we'll just go through the motions and crack off and prepare for the next season. Whereas everyone's got something to fight for. I think for me, it makes the league better because it's then the teams are on their toes. It's just it's more better because the competitiveness is constant. Then every match day, it's not just we're safe now. We've done our main target of the job, so hunky dory for us. Half time it's the half time at Portman Road, 5-0. They didn't get the 6th in the end. Frauds. Fuck it, take the phone downstairs, Stefan. Oh dear. 45 minutes away, and you're going up anyway, by the looks of it, but you're 45 minutes away from officially going up.
Yeah, you know what? I think out of respect, Stefan, I'm gonna take a major risk here. I'm gonna call it. I think you are gonna get promoted this afternoon. Congratulations, Ipswich. I am promoting you right now.
Oh, it's down to your say so now.
Yeah.
Can you give us a title then, please? It's down to your say so, like who wins what and who goes down and this, that, and the other. Can you sort of give us the title, please?
I say this because on one of Ray's shows about 6 months ago, someone said that an attacker, it was like Saka had, for argument's sake, it was like Saka had Dan Burn in his pocket. That weren't what it was, but and I popped up with, wait, no, that's not a real saying. They're like, what do you mean? You push can have someone in your pocket. It was like, yeah, defender can have an attacker in their pocket. An attacker can't. Why would the attacker pocket a defender? Like that's madness. And to which and it was like this debate in the comment section, and I stand by that. Like defenders pocket attackers because that's their job.
Yeah.
The attacker wants to leave the defender for dust. He doesn't want to carry him with him. Anyway, point is, Ray turned around and went, just want to make it clear Tom did not invent football, to which now I decide I'll run with that and I'm now the inventor of football. Because it was one of the things, because Ray had to say it, it was like, it must be true on some level because you've had to acknowledge it to say that it's not the case. So, exactly, like it's potential. You must have on some level thought I might have invented football. Therefore, I mean, I am old enough to have invented football. Like that is true. Like, not that I'm gonna give away all my secrets, but yeah. So congratulations, Stefan. Enjoy the championship next year. And
it's been far too long for them being outside the Premier League, let alone 5-6 years in League One. And again, like you said earlier, you've got first-hand experience yourself as a Leeds fan. You were down there as well for a few years before you got yourself out of it.
Horrible. It's because you play a lot of matches, but there are a lot of shit meaningless matches. And people say like Champions is the most exciting league on earth and all that, and yeah, I get that. But from the perspective of when you're in League One, you get to enter the Johnston's Paint Trophy, and in theory, you can go quite deep in it because you're like Ipswich were a big club for that league, so you will.
Yeah.
There's another trophy you can win. Whereas when you're in the Championship, you get to go in the League Cup where you draw a Premier League side and you disappear very quickly, and you get the FA Cup where Leeds draw Arsenal and we disappear very quickly. Like, for some reason, the Arsenal ball and the Leeds ball stick together like fucking magnets in the FA Cup draw, which is really fucking annoying as well. But
Tell me about it. I'll play something different, not the same team every week.
Yeah. And,
but even when you was in League One, I didn't fucking want to get to the FA Cup. It pissed me off. I was like, is it a destined thing between us two that we've got to play each other every year?
We still should have beat you when we were in League One. Still should have beat you.
Because
you had the penalty as well.
Yeah, because we went to a replay, didn't we? We hosted the draw was made, and we were at home. We had Fabregas and all that pomp before he went off and betrayed us for Barcelona and obviously Nasri and Man City and all that. So like the season going into that summer when they pissed off basically. And yeah, you came out obviously. I think it was the fourth round. Was it the fourth round of the FA Cup? You just knocked out United in the third round. Was it the same year?
No, because the year we beat Man United, we drew Tottenham, and we took them to a replay as well. I think it was the year after.
Yeah. Might have been the year. Yeah, it might have been. But either way,
year before or year after.
It was an early kickoff as well. I remember it being an early kickoff, like 12:30 kickoff. When I say early kickoff, 12:30 kickoff at the Emirates.
Fucking everyone has a European trophy, Stefan. Jesus.
And I mean, we've got a European trophy. It's not the European trophy. We've got a European trophy, but not the European trophy.
Even Leeds have a European trophy. I mean, come on now.
Even West Ham do the first cup. Listen about that.
Fucking hell. We have a European trophy. It's like, yeah, join the fucking club. It's a big club.
No, I think what I was saying now. But yeah, so it's early kick-off, and then we went full strength for that game as well. If I remember right, it's to an extent. I think Cesc was on the bench initially, but pretty much apart from him, it's pretty much full strength. And again, came out, went, okay, hi, bang, 1-0. We pulled it back to 1-1, bang, 2-1, I think. And we got 2-1, it was like the last 15 to 10 minutes of the game. I think, oh, fuck, you're taking the piss. It was again, the second goal itself came against a run of play because we was just like, bang, like bombard. It was a typical Arsenal at the time where we bombard, give the opposition a chance, and you take it, and we're just like, oh. I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, seriously. And then when Cesc got that penalty, came on, got that penalty right at the very last kick of the game, the relief I had, you will not believe. I was like, thank God for that. And then obviously we went back to Elland Road, had to replay. It was easier, with all due respect, at Elland Road than it was at Emirates, because at Elland Road, I remember the replay, we were 2-0 up in like 10 minutes, and naturally scoring 2 of the goals. I think we won like 3-1 that game in the end, but it just seemed like we were more control at that point. Gary's saying he's getting off to go and set himself up for his show over at 4. It kicks off in any minute now, by the way.
Link yet, the cheeky fucker.
We'll see you soon, Mr. Tom. I think that's his. If you don't get a link, that's his way of saying fuck you.
All right. But thank you for having me on. It was good to have a chat as always.
No worries.
But I'd better go to my usual master.
But best not upset Gary.
No, I don't like Gary crying. I
wonder how long it'll take before the dig comes your way about you being on here today.
I reckon it was about 18.4 seconds. I've got timed that. We're still over under on it. 20 seconds.
Yeah, so anything from 20 seconds up, yeah.
I'll say 40 because of accounting for advert time. So.
Okay, accounting for advert time, you're saying 40, I'll say 45 seconds, anything from 45 onwards, 45 seconds.
That's fair. But again, thank you for having me on. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of the show. Congratulations to Stefan on what did you won? Not one. You got promotion. I already declared it. Yeah. How can I not? When you invent football, you can't remember all the trophies I've handed out. Sorry. Have a good day, everyone. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers, Tom. See you soon. It's just me again. Yay. And Chris, sorry. Which episode turns the scummiest? Oh, what's okay. Basically, whoever gets Sam on. Oh, that's nice. Oh dear, aren't you nice? Oh dear. So, lucky to say, they've got the one goal in the Brentford game against Forest, which isn't the scoreline that Leeds or any of the teams in and around the relegation zone really want, obviously. But fair play to Forest. You know what? Again, you can go back and check this out, even from because we did the watch along for the playoff final last year when Forest came up. But from there on in, I've said I don't want Forest. I wanted Forest to come up, make an account for themselves and stay up, and sort of build from this season. I'll build on them from this season in the Premier League. Because again, they're a big club, but Premier League needs a big clubs, and they are a big club, like it or not. Brian Clough and what he did made them a huge club, like it or not. They won two European titles, if I remember correctly. That ain't easy. Trust me, as an Arsenal fan, and when I say European titles, I mean the European Cup, the Champions League, what we call the Champions League now, was called obviously European Cup, but they've won it twice. Stefan, I raise my eyebrows at what Sam says sometimes. Okay, Depends what he says. I'm not always on. Obviously, I'm live here. I'm not always over there. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Monday. Actually, well, I was one of the first to get tickets. Literally the day after we got through, the very next morning. So did the watch along with you guys. Went through. Yay! The second the box office opened the following morning, I was on it, phoning them up, got the tickets sorted. And obviously, as I say, went for this game itself. I want, you know what? For 15 quid for my ticket. I get obviously because my membership, I get a free ticket phone in as well. 15 quid. I'm like, you know what? Let's go that one bit. Push boat out. Go club level. Get a free program chucked in with it, and a complimentary after-on drink as well each. Can't go wrong. And again, it's Monday. It's at the Emirates. It's a big game, and it could be and it's been a pretty much, hopefully, touch wood. All these tickets sold, everyone turns up, and it's like 60, the full capacity. Everyone that's bought these tickets that actually does turn up. That could be the difference between the girls getting to the final or not. I mean, look what they did last week. Again, I said this last week when we went about the 2-2 and all that. We were 2-0 down, looked like at 2-0, the tie was like done and dusted already, sort of thing. We fought back, got the goal, and then the second goal. And I was saying this along the lines of this before we lost Kim and Leah, in terms of what we've been doing this season, especially since the League Cup final. We've been doing it without Beth, without Viv. And now, in terms of last Sunday against Wolfsburg, coming from 2-0 down and making it 2-2, coming back to the Emirates with something still, the tie still in our hands, something to fight for still, and people get excited about. We've done that without Beth, without Viv, without Kim, without Leah. That's the bulk of our spine gone, and we're going toe to toe with one of the Europeans. Well, Bayern Munich were the favourites. We went toe to toe with them without Viv and Beth, and partially without Kim because obviously second leg she got injured early on, and just had Leah. We then gone toe to toe with another favourite in Wolfsburg, and one of the elite clubs in Europe from the women's game perspective. In Wolfsburg, went 2-0 down, fought back 2-2. We've done that without the majority of our spine, and that's insane. And as I say, imagine if we hadn't lost them, we hadn't lost any of our players, let alone the spine that we have. And that is, as I say, that is our spine, pretty much the majority of our spine. We've lost this season, basically, over the course of the season. And we've done what we've done. It's brilliant. And if we do put it off Monday, oh my day, I'll be so elated. It'd be unbelievable. I'll be speechless, but I'll be enjoying it. And we will definitely 100% be doing a watch along for that final. No matter what the circumstances in terms of injuries or this, that, and the other from Barcelona or Arsenal's point of view, we will. If Arsenal if the girls get to the final, we will be doing. It's mine. It took 4 minutes. Yay! I won. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, as I was saying, sorry. Girls get to the final. 100%. We are doing the women's UEFA Women's Champions League final watch on this channel, and hopefully, depending on, I don't know, I need to check the date and all that, but the final takes place. But hopefully, we get Gary on here, Liam on here, Lottie. Hopefully, just get a load of us together and just enjoy the night for what it is and see what happens. Imagine. If we do get to the final, it's a big if because it is Wolfsburg. Got to show respect to Wolfsburg. They are, as I say, one of the elite clubs of the women's game in the last few years, whatever. If we do pull this off, imagine we then go there, get to the final in Eindhoven and win, and that'll kill all Chelsea fans. That'll kill Emma Hayes, especially. That'll kill her because obviously since we won it when in 06-07, when she was one of the assistant coaches to Vic Akers. She's then gone off, done her own thing at Chelsea. She's been desperate to win that trophy ever since. Got close a couple of years back, got battered against Barcelona. We come along, build a team with injuries, key injuries, or big key injuries we've missed as well. As I said, I've mentioned already, basically the bulk of our spine is out over this tie. We haven't had the majority of our spine, as I say. If we pull this off and get to the final and go and win it without that spine, oh my God, it'll never recover mentally from that. It'll be glorious in so many aspects. Arsenal, Stefan's saying Arsenal will have a full team for the second leg. Basically, we've got everyone's available, bar obviously Kim Little, Leah Williamson is out until later on in the year, basically. Get deep into that. But it's good, say, October, depending on our surgery, obviously. At least October time. Early to late October, maybe November time, depending on our surgery, how that goes. Got no Leah. Got no Kim for the rest of the season until the start of next season. No Leah until a good few games into the WSL next year. We've got no Beth or Viv until start of next season either. Apart from them four I mentioned, everyone else is available. (6-0). There you go. If that doesn't confirm your promotion, Stefan, I don't know what will. Tottenham of League One, Morecambe are losing 2-0 to Lincoln. Yeah, no, okay. MK Dons have pulled one back against Barnsley in their fight for survival. Oxford United gone 2-0 up against already relegated Forest Green. Kate McCabe was Hughes' last game, red, hard-nosed, all grit. Now, see, again, as I say, what you get with Kate McCabe, you get everything. She's 5-0. Oh my God. Brighton 5. Wolves 0. Sheffield Wednesday have also scored as I started choking to death. My God, Danny Welbeck with a second there. He's on a hat-trick himself now. Michael Smith with a goal for Sheffield Wednesday as well. West Burns, as already mentioned by Stefan, is confirmed to have scored a 6 for Ipswich. Yeah. But going back to Kate McCabe, she is the all be-all and end-all of. She doesn't hide her Irish roots. She doesn't hide it at all. She leaves everything on the pitch in general, but you know she's Irish when you see her play and how she conducts herself on the pitch and all that. She will go toe to toe and get in the scrap as she has to defend her teammates. Oh dear, gotta love Kate McCabe. She was crucial last week, massively crucial. Not just a gameplay in general, but obviously her getting stuck in and putting a voice across, how we say. Never piss off an Irish person. That's all I'm saying. Oh dear. Stefan's asking for more goals. Enjoying this so much, mate. Enjoy it. Soak it up. Get the champagne on ice ready for next week as well. And get the beers in. Just soak it in. Enjoy it. You've got something to look forward to next season. That's going to be new and fresh for the first time in years, for a few years now. And see here we go. And as it stands, championship table as it stands, Blackpool already relegated as of last night. Wigan, as it stands, are going down. They haven't scored yet. It's still 0-0, I believe, in their game, but they are going down as it stands, with QPR just scoring against Stoke. It took Gary 3 minutes until he gave me the Tom Griff for being on your show. Gary, what's your problem? You wasn't live. I was. He wanted to come on. I sent him a link. He came on. He made it fully clear it was only until half time, or until you were about to go live at 4. What's the problem? Not like I'm nicking off your channel or nothing in terms of it's disrupting your side of things, what you're doing. If it was we both went live at the same time, and you came on before he came on to you, then fair enough. have a go, but come on, take a chill pill. They say we've got Katie McCabe, it's already won. Don't count your chickens too early. It's Wolfsburg. That's all I'm saying. MK Dons are now taking the lead in their League One battle to sort of stay up in League One against Barnsley. 2-1. Jonathan Lecco with the goal. But Wolves are getting absolutely obliterated by Brighton today. Absolutely obliterated. Another one of another. You mentioned your dad would be very happy with this. Obviously, Alex Griffin, Griffiths. I can't remember his name now. But Alex Ipswich friend, I think obviously when I was on his channel, how you found me and came across my channel in the first place, he'll be ecstatic as well. His channel will be going mental on numbers today. He does his upload later on. And again, for Alex, it'll be already planning ahead how to approach content-wise the championship in terms of not just for next season itself, but during the off-season when you've got fixtures come out, pre-season and this, that, and the other. Your transfer targets. It's going to be different. Again, that's going to be. Even though I don't know what's going to happen with us in terms of either way, first or second, we're back in the Champions League as well. With us, in terms of Arsenal, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be different in terms of the channel itself. It's going to be different. In the next few weeks, I've got a whole new setup coming in terms of. Yeah, in terms of won't be on a laptop, it'll be a whole different set, but you'll see on the time and all that. But once everything's set up and all that, I'll be more clear because I'll post photos and all that, and a community page and all that sort of thing to show what I mean. That I'll explain it more on when it happens. If that makes sense. Got a whole new setup coming there, so I've got summer work I messed about with it sort of change bits and pieces I want to do on the channel in terms of maybe mess about some intro vids, make up some intro vids or Champions League things like that, and this, that, and the other. But also transfer stuff in terms of transfer update shows whenever there's something significant to report on or talk about, going live or uploading videos about that. It could be different from me in that case because apart from obviously January just gone, where I started touching on it briefly with the Mudryk situation and all that. That's going to be. I'm going to start tapping into that a bit more, and obviously that's going to be completely different, especially now with Arsenal back in the Champions League. Looks like we're going back in the right direction of being a competitive team for the league title and all the things that come with it in terms of eventually building a squad that's going to be good enough to go out there and compete on all fronts respectively and go take the toe and eventually properly push City for the title. Liverpool's United, it's been a whole, depending on what happens there. When it comes to United, it's a bit of a weird, at the moment it's up in the air with United. If they get taken over by the state, and not an individual, it's a state, let's be brutally honest there, then they will be a part of the numbers. We've got Newcastle as well. It's going to be an interesting season next season, but the whole build-up for the summer and all that, not just pre-season. Arsenal yesterday confirmed on Twitter that Arsenal are playing Man United in the pre-season game in the States. I know it's pre-season, but as we saw last summer, pre-season was huge for us in terms of carrying that form over into the actual season itself and what it's done for us. But in terms of, as I say, I'm going to start tapping into the chat, doing more transfer-related videos during the summer as well in the off-season. But it's going to be not on rumours. It's going to be more on the anything concrete that is genuine. I'm not going to come in for the sake of it. But it's different. It's really new because we're on the Champions League and because of the type of players we're going for. It's going to be interesting on how I'm going to approach it and how you guys receive it and all that. New faces coming and all that. and then just carrying that freshness forward into the following season as well. Because again, I keep saying it, like it or not, for the rivals, all these especially Chelsea fans and Tottenham, obviously Tottenham always live up in our shadow. They're always sort of hoping the worst. I hope we don't achieve anything, obviously, because it doesn't look good on them. It makes them feel even worse than themselves. But Chelsea, the way that their fan base is reacting at United and all that, like, okay, but we ain't going away. This is just the start of things. We're gonna keep plugging away and keep going until we go over that line and start winning our trophies, the trophies we used to win, and more, hopefully. Again, prove all our doubters wrong yet again. Always give luck to those even if I can't make it. No, that's cool. And again, obviously, it's always appreciated. Even if you, as I say, you can't make it, but you do anything is appreciated. Anything you guys do is appreciated for the channel. Because again, I keep saying about you, it's just me going live or uploading a video and no one watching it. Basically, it's just me basically going, talking to myself. Basically, the bigger YouTubers, football, not just in the football community, but in general, need to realise without you guys that watch us, we don't have a channel really. It's a channel, but it's not, if that makes sense. You guys make the channel. We're just there trying to help provide you some sort of entertainment, relief, something outside of what reality is, basically. So switch off from reality for however long we do our videos for. Stephen has gone 1-0 up, by the way. Jamie Reid just scored. Jamie Reid for Stephen against Grimsby. Jaden Stockley has been sent off for foul play for a second bookable offence for Fleetwood. And Charlton Athletic have gone now 2-0 up against Port Vale. Again, nothing game for them. We're not going to fight for, but there's no pressure on them to fight for anything. They've decided to turn up for the last couple of games. Lovely. Oh dear. I'll get the Lucasade I need in there. I love a lot of channels, even the Gobby Man United ones, yeah. I'll be honest, obviously you recommended the Flying Pig and Alice. Alice is a bit recently getting on my nerves a bit with certain things, but I'm not going to get into it now, but Flying Pig himself, and I enjoy his content. Even as an Arsenal fan, I do enjoy his content, especially the comeback is no longer on for Saturn. It's now 4-1 Rochdale. Devante Rodney with the goal. No, but they're Flying Pig. Should be subscribed to everything you're recommending. The basic. We need to reach out to them and all that. So try and get them on the channel, not just during the season for next season going, but obviously during the off season as well. Just to touch base and build something there. Sort of see if we can work with each other. Just you know what I'm saying. Going forward into next season and all that. What was it? Obviously, whenever Tottenham lose, straight first channel. Whenever Tottenham lose, let's be honest, there's quite a lot nowadays. As my hoodie, the back of my hoodie says, the famous Arsenal song. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know. Or even if you're not, you've been on this channel before. You know the song I'm referring to. that's in the back of this. But yeah, straight away over to expressions. Just watching him having a meltdown. I find it funny though that Robbie allowed him to do what he did yesterday in terms of going up like the DR Sports. They do their weekly show on a Friday and all that, and he allowed expressions to sit there. It was expressions on in the main chair. And he's there as a Tottenham fan, knowing that they're fighting for their lives to get into staying, that's to have any European football for next season. They've just been back at 6-1. They scraped a 2-2 draw against United, and they still had the gumption to go ahead and go, yeah, you're going to rip into us, X, even though you're in a worse position than us, where they say we're competing for something, you haven't competed for anything. It was bizarre, but either way, whenever Tottenham are losing or have lost, straight away, boom, we're over there, bang, expressions, TV and chill. From an Arsenal perspective, as an Arsenal fan, I would love that. I'm sure you would, Stefan, I'm sure you would. No, just in terms of Alice, I know you recommended her and all that, but again, up till recently, in the last few months, I like the content and all, but then recently when I've gone up, I'll get notified she's live or whatever, and there's been seconds of me going on. I've not made myself present in the chat or nothing. All Preston have pulled one back. Liam Delap with the goal for Preston against Sheffield United. Burnley have gone. Jay Rodriguez with the goal there, but 2-1. I don't even make myself present in the chat or nothing. And then she just suddenly starts talking about fucking Thomas Partey in this situation, the possible situation, but talking. Because it doesn't. The way she addresses it isn't. The way she addresses it is as if it is him. He is guilty. He is wrong, and this, that, and the other. The club are wrong with it. But yet, completely cold. Like using that as an example over the Mason Greenwood situation. Like, well, Arsenal can allow that one to play, Partey to play. No, different. Again, then when she says that, I'm in the chat and I'm like, hang on. Difference is Thomas Partey hasn't the player in question. Everyone keeps assuming it's Partey, which is it's legally you can all get yourself done for. By the way, it turns out not to be him. It turns out to be someone else. The player in question since June last year has never been officially named for whatever reason, or whatever injunctions, whatever's been put in place, but never officially been named by the police or nothing. Nope. Never been arrested, never been charged, but no evidence it is him, etc. Where with Mason, we saw the pictures, we heard the voice note, we've seen the videos. He was brought into question. He was eventually charged and had his bail extended 3 times and broke his bail to the point where he got charged for that as well. Big difference. She sees it now. As she sees it, because you can tell the facial expression gives it away. But she'll completely ignore it. And I'm just like, really? So sitting down and having like a debate, back and forth debate, not a healthy debate, not a to and fro slanging match. You'd rather sling mud against a wall at someone and not have that debate. Oh, 3-1 MK Dons now. Elsa Issa, or that's his name, just scored. So MK Dons are staying up by the looks of it. Yay. Yeah, I was saying that, but yeah. United fans have an obsession with Arsenal, just a little bit. Nothing to do with the fact that we provided them with a competition for their superiority, so to say, for a decade or so. They should know their history and find how Arsenal helped United out after Munich. Yep. Should be a negative word, but they don't. Northampton v Bradford. Northampton have pulled one back against Bradford City. Not good for their playoffs, but hope as it stands. I need to check out those at the end of the game. Cambridge are beating Accrington Stanley 2-0. Forest Green, again, already relegated. They're getting battered at home against Oxford 3-0. Again, any other season, it would be, all due respect, fair enough. But this season, Oxford have been off the pace as well. They've been just about above the relegation scrap. That sort of mid-table-ish, yeah. 6. Oh my God, Brighton 6, Wolves 0. Where's Brighton's defence gone suddenly this game? Something that the manager's built. Oh, Hartlepool, so just gonna be happy. Jamie Sterry just scored for Hartlepool against Borough. No, exactly, Stefan. And that thing is, as I said, Mason, we know he did what he did. We've seen the photos, we saw the video, we heard the voice notes, the voice recordings, what we call it. Undo for the second goal, but with his standing with his second goal, by the way. So he's on a hat trick as well, along with Welbeck. Well, Stephen is on the verge of being promoted as well. They're 2-0 up. Right. And as I say, that Watford are now beating Sunderland 2-0, not 1-0. It's now 2-0. So this is not good for Tony Mowbray's team in their playoff hopes. But yeah, as I say, we saw the pictures, we saw the videos, we heard the voice notes, recordings, whatever they call them. We know what he did, what he's accused of. We know he did it. One way or the other, we know that. There's no if, buts, and maybes. He then was brought into question. He was then charged all that stuff. He was put on bail 2 or 3 times. He then, after the second bail conditions put in place, he turned out he broke them bail conditions in making contact with Harriet and her family, which then he then got charged for that as well. Other charges were added onto the equation as well in terms of harassment and this, that, and the other. And more about is like, and I think for something whatever's made him and her dad wore her down, but she's dropped the charges, and it's saying because of that he's literally getting away with it. It's ridiculous. I mean, all that evidence on the say-so of the accused of the victim deciding to pull out of pressing charges against the person. It's just the police go, well, that's like, well, on the say-so, we can't do nothing. Even though we've got all this evidence to suggest we can take him to court and he'll get prosecuted. And he gets away with it because of who he is. Anyone else would have been charged and thrown away the key within 5 minutes. Until further notice. They would have gone to court no matter what. But because it's Mason and he's a footballer. And that's the difference. Again, as I say, we know he did what he's been accused of. Whereas with Thomas Partey, it's an assumption that he must be him because of the player's age and where they were arrested. Well, not arrested. They were called in for questioning. It wasn't even arrested. It was just police turned up and asked to come for questioning over allegations. Who this player may be. And everyone just put 2 and 2 together and made 5 and assumed it's Partey. They keep making this assumption and keep making it no matter what. I mean, literally, it was an international duty where he was literally photographed with one of the team physios in Ghana. The very next day, there's reports in the paper that the player in question has been arrested or brought in for more questioning and all that. Oh, it's part. Sorry, how's he been brought in for questioning at the London police station? By the way, the report said, but the player you're accusing him, or assuming it's him, was in fucking Ghana with an Arsenal fucking team physio. And legally, again, until the player if it is Thomas Partey, it turns out it is him and he gets charged, the club need to throw away the key and just do the right thing is terminate his contract and throw away the key there. The police need to do their thing and he get, hopefully, if it isn't him, he gets everything chucked at him, rightly so. And that goes, if it isn't him, if it isn't Partey, and my stance on it is don't assume, because obviously if it turns out not to be Partey and it turns out to be someone else, legally Partey and his representatives can come after you and fucking sue you. But no one gets that one. Oh. Sheffield United got a third goal. Well, not a third goal, but they've got the third goal in the game. It's 2-1 now, Sheffield United. Oh, there's no more dramas in League One as it stands. Obviously, Ipswich are winning 6-0. That's the last time we heard of that one. Sheffield Wednesday are currently winning 2-0 against Shrewsbury. Plymouth winning 1-0 still. No dramas yet in that. As it stands with 50 minutes to go plus injury time, it's still going to play out where Plymouth and Ipswich respectively, in tongue-tied there, but will both be promoted today with a game to spare. And then there's a straight shootout between the two of them next Sunday for the League One title. With the two, basically they're both respectively playing different teams, but it's a straight shootout. See what happens. Essentially, this guy is that. Oh, Derby have got an equaliser. James Collins with the goal at Derby in Pride Park. Again, Derby have fallen off in the last few weeks in terms of they know they weren't going to get automatic, and then suddenly it's like, okay, we've got the playoffs. We're not going to make easy work of it to make hard work of it. But they've got a goal back against again bang average Pompey this season, and 90 minutes to go plus injury time. Could they go and win it and keep their playoff hopes alive? Essentially that guy is a twat. If United would have sacked him, someone else would have signed him, like that other Bellend. The irony is the other Bellend, I'm assuming you're on about the guy who played for Sheffield United all them years ago. The weird thing with him is obviously he pleaded his innocence all along, got found, obviously went through the courts, obviously got charged and all that, went through the courts, got found guilty. Instead of appealing at the time, like in the moment, appealing the verdict and all that, and the judgment, he went away, served half his sentence, came out, and then when he realised after serving half of his sentence, which is it's on good behaviour, he got out early. But for me, he should have done a whole. Sentence, sorry. But he came out doing half of it on good behaviour, and was shocked that no one, Sheffield United didn't want to go near him again, didn't want to sign him, and I think and players in general didn't want to sign him. As soon as he realised that, the clubs in general didn't want to sign him in general because it would be associated with someone that has been a convicted. How can I put this? Person that been convicted of sexual assault, basically. Not 3-1 Sheffield United. Suddenly, he out of nowhere, he decided to appeal everything. It's like, well, hang on, where was this when you got sentenced in the first place? And then suddenly, out of nowhere, new evidence of those. It's like, okay, but you what? As I say, 3.5 years later, suddenly this new evidence comes to light. Piss off. What you've done is paid off. Please, I'll give you the money. One way or the other, I'll get you the money. Just get me out of this situation. Find me innocent. Let's take me back to court and make out that I'm innocent all along. I've been wronged. And obviously, it worked. And now he's playing. I don't know where he's playing now, but because it was then found innocent 3.5 years later. After serving 3.5 years or whatever it was. Clubs are more willing to sign him, apparently. Well, some clubs anyway. But we all know. We all know. That's what I'm saying. We all know. Because if you're that staunch in your innocence, even when you've been found, obviously, jury's found you guilty, you've been sentenced by the judge and all that. Straight, you don't wait you don't wait to get out halfway through your sentence to then decide, I'm not getting any work where I want to be working, I'm going to now suddenly appeal it and find new evidence. You appeal it straight away. Any normal person would do. They would appeal straight away. Not suck it up, buttercup, and go, okay, I'll do half a term and try and get on good behaviour sort of thing, and then realise I still want to be a footballer, but no one's going to employ me because I'm a convicted offender. I need to appeal it now. It's stupid. It is absolutely ridiculous. Cole Dempsey just scored, by the way. Bolton, another update. Bolton 2, Fleetwood 0. Very quiet in League One all of a sudden in terms of the race for promotion. Suddenly it's like the 3 teams are winning, 2 obviously at this stage are definitely going up. The new evidence was straight. It was. Let's be honest. It was. That's what I mean. New evidence of those 3.5 years later. Out of nowhere, this new evidence came out of nowhere. Just when he's trying to, he won't accept he can't be playing football anymore. He wants to play football at professional football still. Can't accept that, and suddenly he decides to appeal everything that was put against him 3.5 years, or 2.5 or 3.5 years prior. We got sent down. He decides to appeal against that suddenly, and suddenly, amongst all that, new evidence arose. Bollocks. Well, out of old shite. Same with Mason, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is, though, and that side of things. That's what sadly what society still is at the moment. And in terms of, as I say, people need to rein their necks in terms of the assumption of the assumption they make against Thomas Partey, assuming it must be him. Of all the players in the world that played in Premier League, that probably live in London, because coincidentally been in North London that day, whatever, or live in North London but don't play for North London side or whatever, just on the assumption, he's that age, he plays for North London side, it must be him. Some random account comes out of nowhere going, there's Snapchat. But also the tweets don't match what you're saying in these comments that you've got. It's weird. Bit of drama in the Championship as we speak. Wigan have scored a goal. They need to win today. Wigan to survive another week in the Championship, they needed to win today. After Blackpool going down yesterday, Wigan had to win. That was a task at hand. And now in the 81st minute, away to Reading, they have scored a goal. And if they see it out now, they will survive for another week. My days. And Reading Reading now are dragged into the relegation zone themselves. Oh my God! It's literally next week again. Last weekend of the Championship. Next week it's going to be a shoot-up between Wigan, Reading, and Huddersfield, and Rotherham and Cardiff for the survival basically of their respective clubs in the Championship. Unfortunately, these people aren't perfect, but they are considered role models when most of them, I think, yeah. And as I've said on here, and I've said before, I'm saying it again on here. I said on here this afternoon, about 10 minutes ago, whatever. If it does, then whoever this player is that's been brought in for questioning last summer and all that, again, no one actually officially knows, apart from the police. No one knows. The person obviously the person himself. Outside of that, no one knows who this player is that's been called in for questioning with sexual assault charges allegations put against him, because the player in question hasn't been charged, whoever it may be. But if it does turn out the player does get charged and the name comes out, it turns out to be Partey, then the club will do the right thing. They will straight away terminate his contract. Straight from the off. I have no doubt about it. And then I sincerely hope the police, if it is him, the police try to book it in. Michael Smith, with a hat-trick for Sheffield Wednesday. 3-0 against Shrewsbury, so Sheffield Wednesday have won. It's now down Plymouth are still holding on. It's still 1-1, but goal update as well. Carlisle made it 2-2 against Salford. They were 2-0 down. It's now 2-2 there. Oh, there's a goal in Brentford by the looks of it, between Brentford and Forest. Nice, just gone, oh, goal. So let's see, where's it gone? 1-1, Ivan Toney. Ooh. Again, it's now gone back to being not the worst, not a good result for Leeds with Mr. Tom and all that, but still not the worst result. That could be an Everton goal. Ivan Toney with a shot, but it could go up. It hit the person, went off the goalkeeper. And Navas has absolutely cocked it up, apparently. Bloody hell. Kayvon Navas, bloody all that money you spent to get him in for the remainder of the season, to have that experience, that know-how, what he's learnt over the years at Real Madrid and all that. And yeah. As it stands, table Nottingham Forest are 16th on 31 points, a point ahead of Leeds, and Leeds play tomorrow against Bournemouth. So again, it's back to be not the worst result for Leeds. But not the best, but not the worst. That makes sense. Unless Forest obviously going to score a winning goal here in the last few minutes. Crew 1, Swindon 1, Connor Thomas with the goal. Oh, exactly. That last part of your comment there, the fame goes to their heads. Too much money at a young age. That does ring true when it comes to Mason. That it went to his head. Having that burst on the scene like he did, and being a part of the Man United senior squad and all that, being a face of one of the big faces of Man United, and it literally went to his head, and obviously we know what it did, and it's still people bump into him around Manchester. Apparently, he's an arrogant prick. Tom, I've always respected Brentford. They haven't won. You can't. If you say that, it's 1-1. They haven't won the game though, yet. Being a good word. Oh dear, got to laugh. Let's see how Gary's doing over on the east side of things. Kerr's been waiting around for that, haven't you? You've been waiting for just to pop in and go, come on, Forest. Oh, saying more, I say League Two drama-ish, because it obviously playoff spots and all that at the moment, where it's just hanging on to playoff spots. That's by the skin of the teeth, Salford. The cost of 92 ownerships hanging on by the skin of the teeth here. We're tuning up, was pulled back to 2-2, but then the player's been sent off for Carlisle, and Salford have gone 3-2 up in the process. Luke Bolton with a goal. The MK Stadium. What's going on at MK Stadium? 4-4. MK Dons were 1-0 down. Then second half they came out like out the tracks, went 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1 up after 69 minutes played of football. And then literally they've been paid back to 4-4 Max Waters of the goal there, the most recent goals. What seemed to be a foregone conclusion that they're going to get 3 points and confirm their survival for another season in the league. League One. Sorry, they've bottled a 3-goal difference lead, and they're drawing 4-4. They could still lose with 5 minutes plus injury time to go. Crew 2, Swindon 1. I don't know about any effect in the playoffs or whatever. Morecambe will win against Lincoln City. 3-2. A lot of goals, a little bit of drama. Again, most of these leagues, like Championship League 1 and League 2, all finishing next weekend, so there's a lot of things to be wrapped up. So happy for obviously Stefan and Ipswich in general, and Alex. Obviously, if you haven't already gone, follow Alex on his YouTube channel as well, Alex Griffin. Ipswich fans, just look out for Ipswich fan called Alex, and it's fantastic. Then I'm so happy for Ipswich in general, but for Stefan and Alex in general, they've got something to celebrate today, and obviously got the whole week to celebrate it, and then the promotion side of it, and then hopefully the excitement of trying to push for the League One title as well for next Sunday. Maybe have another reason to celebrate next Sunday as well. And they've got a whole new thing to look forward to for next season. Back in the Championship. Pitch invasion imminent, of course. Plod wants to stop it for fuck's sake, of course. Again, in that situation, I mean, there's no trophy in it today itself. In terms, it's just confirming you're going up. Let the fans come on. They're not going to do anything stupid. Just let them on the pitch. Let them celebrate the players for a bit, for 5 or 10 minutes, and then get the stadium announcer to do his little thing on the speakers and get the fans off the pitch and all that. And then after, because this is your last home game of the season, then let the players as well celebrate that a bit more and do the lap of honour as well, the appreciation, or whatever you want to call it. So celebrate that a bit longer. Because these are one-off things. It's once in a lifetime, because obviously going into the Championship, it could happen again next season. Going into the Premier League, you never know. But it's all about enjoying the moment for what it is. Don't be a party pooper. It's not going to be like they're going to come on and fucking cause anarchy in terms of beat. This ain't the 80s and 70s. The fact that the players fans will come on the pitch and beat the crap out of the players. This is the 21st century. Things are sort of adjusted, so we say. So things like that don't happen. Fans are more switched on nowadays, most of us anyway. And they just want to be there, celebrate that moment, and celebrate with the players that have got them that happy, glorious moment, basically. We used to go on the Portaloo Road pitch years ago at the end of the season, yeah. Still 1-1 between Brentford and Forest. 89th minute. On me. And also going back to what Stefan said before about Leeds saying, I don't want Leeds to go down either. But the reason I don't want Leeds to go down, not only because obviously Tom, being a friend of Tom and all that, but just in general, again, I talk about big clubs. Premier League, I was talking about earlier on with Forest being a big club, they need to be in the Premier League. Leeds are another big club, they need to be in the Premier League needs them clubs in the Premier League. Makes the league so much better, in my opinion, anyway.
Still time to play in the game at the Select Car Leasing Stadium. Wigan leading by a goal. Reading desperately need a point as well. What has been happening in the game? There's another goal as we speak, Matt Murray. Yes, it equalised.
Oh no, 9 minutes of injury time. Going back to the championship, 2.5 minutes into the 9 minutes of injury time between Reading and Wigan, and Reading have equalised. And this is it. This could be it. This could be the goal that sends Wigan back down to the League One. Be honest. I'll be honest. As a neutral here, when Wigan hired Kolo Toure, I wanted him to stay up. Obviously, Kolo Toure, ex-Arsenal, wanted him to do well, wanted him to see how he'd do. The owner at Wigan hasn't got a clue what he's doing, because he brought him in, gave him 4 or 5 games, didn't even give him a transfer window, for fuck's sake. 7 minutes injury time between Brentford and Forest, by the way. We're a minute and a half into that. Still 1-1. But the second they sacked, the owner decided to sack after 4 or 5 games. Kolo. I was like, fuck yes. Like I was with Palace when they sacked Vieira. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Hope you get relegated. That's the Arsenal. When you're looking at the Arsenal legends and all that. Fancy hiring, with all due respect to Kolo as well, it's his first job as the main man, as a head coach or manager, they call it. You don't even give him a fucking. You don't even give him a transfer window to get some of the players that he would bring in to improve your squad and give him a fighting chance. You don't even do that. What do you expect to happen then? Brighton's just finished against Wolves, 6-0 the full-time whistle there. Bloody what again, something that got the Wolves managers obviously came in to Wolves just for the World Cup. But that's like he's built. He sort of prided himself on since coming in, and was he sorted out that defence and made him a stern team to break down, if anything, to make it hard for the opposition to break down, no matter who was playing. And Brighton has come along today and pushed them off the pitch like fuck off. Stefan's saying disappointed with this second half, to be honest. Lack of goals. You took the foot off the gas, got that second one. Oh, okay, we're done now. Oh. There's goals everywhere. There's all goals at the end here. All what's going off. What's going off? Is this the winning goal for Brentford or Forest? Brentford. Oh, this is perfect for Leeds now. 93.5 minutes played, just 7 minutes injury time, and Brentford have scored what seems to be the winning goal. De Silva as well, former Arsenal academy player as well, scoring the goal. Sunderland have scored 2-2 from 2-0 down. Patrick Roberts with the equaliser. Stevenage have been promoted from League 2 to League 1. Congratulations to all Stevenage and all your fans. Ollie McBurney has scored a 4th for Sheffield United, already promoted to Premier League. Welcome back to Sheffield United, obviously. Oh, Wigan's journey has been amazing. It's up and down. Their journey was amazing when they got promoted to Premier League. And again, when they came up to Premier League, everyone thought they'd go straight back down because it's Wigan. But they made a fist of it in 6-7 years there in the Premier League, and then obviously they eventually went down in 2013. Sorry, and that 13-14 season where they went to the Championship, they almost got to play a final. That they sort of went. Since then, there comes a yo-yo cup between League 1 and Championship. Oh, there's a VAR check. There's a VAR check for this goal. Ipswich are officially promoted. Congratulations to Ipswich. The full-time whistle's gone there. Plymouth has just finished as well. So Plymouth are promoted. There's a straight shootout next Sunday between Plymouth and Ipswich for the League 1 title. Sheffield Wednesday have to settle for Sheffield Wednesday have to settle for a playoff spot. And they're just showing now scenes that Plymouth fans at Plymouth are flying onto the pitch. They celebrate promotion back to the Championship. Oh, Bradford has scored a winning goal. Seems to be the winning goal there. So it keeps their playoff hopes alive as well. Keeps them in in the playoffs itself, but obviously keeps it alive in the sense of they're in it. But it's in their hands. The fate's still in their hands going to that last game of the season. I think the goal has been allowed. Yeah, I think the goal has been. Yeah, the goal has been awarded by the looks of it for Brentford. So De Silva from Arsenal Academy player. So literally centimetre, literally what I don't know if you heard it, but Paul Muster was saying a centimetre. Josh De Silva was onside by just by the skin of his teeth. Yeah, again, as I say, former Arsenal Academy player, and he's gone through a few injury woes since leaving us as well. So it's fantastic. Obviously, seeing him do so well. Congratulations to Plymouth. They deserve it. Yeah, both of you deserve it. To be honest, plugged away throughout the whole season and Leeds. Tom, you're happy at the moment, but the pressure's back onto you. You have to win tomorrow. Otherwise, it just stays the same for another week between you and there's a points difference as it's saying between you guys. Obviously, between you and Forest, you have to now win tomorrow to go up to jump above by 2 points and pull away. There we go. 4 seasons at League One, and yet the fans are slowly creeping onto the pitch. I've been sort of fighting their way onto the pitch. Here we go. Again, here we go. They're all slowly but surely. They hesitate at first, but the fans are like, "Fuck it, let's get on there. Let's just celebrate this." And again, these are the scenes you like to see from the lower leagues as well, going as they get promoted up from League 2 to League 1. We sort of looked at that annoying as well a few weeks ago. We're seeing it now at Stevenage as well. It's just showing Stevenage being officially promoted from League 2 to League 1. Another team that's deserved it in terms of their league going up. But again, as a neutral, you have seen this, that the fans on the pitch celebrate being out, even though it's obviously illegal. It's a criminal offence to on the pitch. Just let them celebrate. Let them thank the players who have been coming to support week in, week out that season, and celebrate that moment. Wigan are relegated. The 4-time whistle's gone at Reading, and Reading finished 1-1. Wigan are relegated. They cannot survive. They have not took it down to the last game of the season, and Reading have with that draw. Even though it's still they're not in their hands. Obviously, they've got to have the results go their way, but they still have a chance. Whereas Wigan have no chance. Mathematically, they are gone back to League One again for the second time or third time in how many years now. Stefan saying good luck to Tom, by the way. Yeah, good luck. Obviously, good luck. As I say, you do have to win. You can't be here celebrating, obviously, the teams in around you losing, and then you don't make up, and then you don't make a count for it in terms of you do your job as well on the pitch. You need to sort of get your head out your backside, the player-wise, and they need to do their job. Otherwise, it's just pointless.
When he was carried off, we're still 2-0 Coventry. Looks like they're going to have done enough, Jeff. Is there still time for Nottingham Forest to respond?
I think I like to see Forest are currently 15th in the league, so they're outside of relegation. Obviously, it's a few points in there, obviously 2 or 3 points in there, whatever. I want to see Forest. I want to see these stay up. They're big clubs. Are still playing as well. Bloody hell.
Distance to get there, but he's going to put in that back with 10 men. Diallo's gone off with flat ball hamstring. Ball gets played in, and it's a free kick, and that will be it. Cleared. Newport won by 2 goals to 1 against Gillingham.
Playing extra time basically at Brentford. So I've seen clubs like Leeds, Forest, and Town in this situation, massive clubs. When I was a kid, yeah, it's if in my regard as a neutral in this situation, that conversation, you are. There's no if buts or maybes. The history says that. It states that. That's what I say. The Premier League needs the big clubs in the Premier League. It needs to be full from top to bottom of the big clubs. But yeah, oops, 4-time Stoke lost to QPR. So go Vames. Yeah, it's left to stating now. took a bit of time for QPR to settle under Gareth Ainsworth. It really did actually. Didn't look good either, the appointment initially. But suddenly, out of nowhere, he's getting the win at the most important, what is regarded as the important time. That could be the difference in staying up or going down. And then just rebuild for next season and try and get promotion, like playoff spots or whatever. Full time, Brentford 2, Forest 1. Brentford held out in the end in the last few minutes there after scoring that last minute. It was like start of the injury time they scored that goal. What turned out to be the winning goal, but Forest yet again showing some fight. Obviously didn't go down without a fight. And I think that's going to be the difference, obviously, between staying up and getting relegated. Hartlepool are relegated, so Jeff is not going to be happy bunny. He's obviously announced today again for a second time, like he did last year. I'll move it into the season and stay put. He's again today before kickoff announced he is leaving Sky into this season. And on the days as that, his beloved Hartlepool have been relegated after crawling in Walsall during 0-0. Yeah, you mentioned this before, Stefan. Yeah. Oh dear. Sounds about right with Coffee as well, from what I've heard about him. But yeah, Ipswich. Hey, how are you going to be celebrating that tonight, Stefan? Out of interest. Yeah, no doubt. There's no doubt in that. He was. He had that. He had the nutty. He didn't hide it either. He wasn't a bit nutty, but football-wise, as a football manager, he knew what he's doing. Obviously, he went on like year too long, didn't he? Well, obviously, he wanted to do something with Forest in the Premier League, and that first season of Premier League football and all that, and yeah, we all know how it sadly ended that way, but it is what it is. On that side of things. Tom Leeds. As I say, you're getting a bit out of your comfort zone at the moment in terms of being, hey. But there's a lot of games tomorrow, and most importantly, you guys have to win. Like, have to now. Otherwise, there's no nothing's changed basically in that sense. Sort of if you win, you put yourself away. You jump leapfrog them position. You 2 points clear of them, and obviously with us playing for us in a few weeks' time on my birthday, by the way, that's going to be interesting if they're still alive and kicking by then, or you needing us to help you out or whatever. That's going to be interesting how you approach that day. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just relieved it's over. Another massive day tomorrow of Celtic versus the Old Firm tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. What time's that kicking off? There's no bloody Arsenal this weekend. One second. Oh, time to kick off with this Old Firm. Ow. Oh, it's the Scottish Cup as well. 1:30 kickoff. Oh, is it semi-final? Is it? It's a semi-final, isn't it? Sorry. That'd be interesting. Yeah, the scene now. So it's the Scottish Cup. I thought it might be in the old leagues malarkey. No. No. Fair enough. Good. Because literally, as I was looking at fucking coming from the screen, the other semi-final, but I didn't see who was playing quick enough. Oh my god! I know I've fucking been. Let me in. Oh, piss off. Yeah, this is one. Oh, I'll say good luck to Leeds. Tom saying thank you, and obviously Stefan mentions a 1:30. It says 1:30 kickoff. Yeah, I might if I'm not busy. I might do a watch along for that if you guys are interested. I'll put a poll out in the community post in a bit, but yeah, so you guys can get enough time to vote on it properly. But yeah, might do a watch along for that. Obviously, Celtic will be more likely to walk it because they always walk the old firms like this. They've walked all of them so far this season. Let's be honest. But yeah. Oh dear, you say that, but Celtic always win. Don't worry. Oh dear. Sorry, I will wrap up this second. I just want to see who was in that other semi-final in the Scottish Cup. Sorry, in the Scottish Cup. Ow. I'm going to pop over to Gary and keep him saying, no, not telling me. Of course, not going to tell me. Why would you tell us? There's Scottish Cup. The Scottish version of the FA Cup, basically. A lot of goals, though, for three games today, because obviously that's annoyed me, actually. They were the only game that was moved today. Over this weekend, was the only game that got moved. Ridiculous. What a joke. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I've enjoyed doing. I'm going to wrap things up now because obviously I've got to go get something to eat and prepare for the match of the day stuff tonight and all that. Even though it's only 3 games, but still prepare for all that start of things. So keep an eye out for that. About 10:15, 20 past 10, whether it goes live, and as your show goes, we go live, give everyone enough time to set it in and all that. And yeah, watch a lot of goals in the end. Basically, the 4-3 in at the lunchtime kickoff. 6 goals with bloody six goals between Brighton and Wolves. Well, say between, but you know what I mean. And the drama of what has happened between Brentford and Nottingham Forest. Forest showing that they have got some fight about them. They are going to fight for every single point possible. And yeah, look at the thing now. Yeah, QPR are safe. QPR are officially safe for another season. The last relegation spot is going to be between 45, 46, 47, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Cardiff are safe as well. So it's literally the last relegation spot in the Championship is going to be between Reading, Huddersfield Town, who were literally this time last year in the playoffs, trying to get promoted to the Premier League again, and Rotherham, who literally just again like Wigan came up last season from League One, so it could be a bit of a yo-yo thing there potentially if results don't go their way. Also, if Huddersfield win their game, they could actually find themselves safe actually because they've got a game in hand they haven't played yet. So if they win their game this weekend, it could be a straight shootout between Rotherham and Reading in the end actually. What's the late kickoff order? In Premier League wise, it was meant to be Arsenal v Chelsea, and if that had been the case, this obviously wouldn't have happened. But with the coronation of our King next Saturday, obviously doing all the police and doing all the rehearsals and all that ahead of what's going to happen next week, they decided to move our game from what was initially after. Again, they knew this. As I said to Tom earlier, they knew. Up Sky and BT, they all knew that after this weekend, next weekend was the coronation weekend. And they knew that policing-wise, they'd start doing the rehearsals, this, that, and the other stuff from today onwards. Yet in their infinite wisdom, decided to keep us on today, but kick hours on our 5:30 kickoff. Put West Ham and Palace on the early kickoff as well. The 2 London derbies, a week before the coronation. Something had to give in terms of, because as I say, like a policeman and the Met and all that. And sadly, we're the game that had to give apparently. And so they moved us from tonight's 5:30 kickoff to Tuesday night 8 o'clock kickoff. It's at the Emirates, so it'll be fine anyway. But yeah, again, another reason why the Youth Cup final, because originally the Youth Cup final was meant to be this weekend, but that got moved to midweek. Again, Stefan, I saw your comment. I don't know if I mentioned before. I was at the game. Eventually, I got to the game. Eventually, basically, I did. Had tickets for the Youth Cup final myself. Hence why there was no live stream watching on for that. Otherwise, I think I would have had a meltdown here watching it. But in the end, but yeah, it's what it is. A disappointment, not meltdown, but as in disappointment and all that. But yeah, I think, as I say, I eventually got there. Eventually, I left plenty of time as well. I left plenty of time to get there. Nice. So I would have been there about an hour and a half early before kickoff. Ended up getting 4 or 5 stops into the train journey, getting stuck at. Oh my god! I got stuck. I got literally stuck at this one fucking train station. Like I say, 4 or 5 stops into it. 5, yeah, it's 5 actually, just before South Ealing, and whatever. South Ealing. Yeah, South Ealing, yeah, because I've South Ealing. Yeah, so the stop before South Ealing, literally a stone's throw, by the way, literally. The train station I was stuck at, and for over an hour and a half, was stuck. We were stuck there, signaling issues. Couldn't go anywhere. It wasn't like it was further on down the line. I could just jump on a bus quick, jump off. As soon as we got told, jump off, out, get on a bus, and whatever down to the other side, to where I need to get to. I still near my neck of the woods. It's fucking ridiculous. So I've had to sit there. I'm then stewing for an hour and a half while the fucking both trains are then pulled in and the drivers are joking and fucking laugh with each other over it and all that. And the drivers occasionally doing announcements going, "Oh no, it's changed." Well, why fucking update? There's no update. There's not an update then because it's only an update if it's nothing new. Nevertheless, an hour and a half, and then eventually we get told the train on the other side is about to leave. If you want to move on now, you can, but we will not be moving this train for God knows hours. I was like, okay, off. Fuming, by the way, because it's literally, but at this point, about 20 minutes before before the game got underway between the youth teams and the final on Tuesday, about 20 minutes before kickoff. So I know I'm not going to make the first half. I'm not making kickoff, let alone I'm not making the first half. I know for a fact. And yeah, so I missed the only goal we'd scored. I missed that in person. Missed the entire first half. Just as I'm coming out of the station, the whistle went. I'm like, oh. And there's a few people started leaving with their kids and all that, really. It's either free tickets or whatever, and you're fucking, like, seriously. Nevertheless, I've literally got free tickets, basically, because I'm a member, and there's a Youth Cup final, we're hosting it, so as a member, I go for free. For half of football because of trains. I'm like, you fucking bastards. Oh dear, and obviously then the second half, we had, again, the lads had the possession. Every time they got near the goal, in terms of trying to score against West Ham, their second half, it was like a deer in headlights. Like, oh no, what we do, panic. I don't want it, you have it. Oh, right, then into head. And West Ham were like, okay, corner in, boom, 4-1, sorry, 5-1. It's just like, the fifth one was like, it was both goals were ridiculous that we seen in the second half, or all the goals were, but saying the second half was from what I saw in person. The worst one out of the two was the fifth one. They're all bad, but the fifth one was worse because the guy that scored, the kid that scored the fifth one, had literally just come on. It was Nick the Bentner-esque of years ago, in 07-08, against Tottenham at the Emirates. Subs made, Bentner came on, corner came in, bang, 2-1. Tuesday night, subs made, player comes on, same end as well, in the clock end, back the West Ham fan, corner, ball comes in, bang, 5-1. And I was just like, no, No, it can't be happening. But no, I've already put messages out to Jamie's. Was only a couple of weeks ago, the West Ham fan and all that. See my congratulations and all that, and they were, to be honest, they were more clinical, so they deserved to win. So, but my main frustration was that the signs were there that it weren't going to be a good night when I'm stuck in a fucking Northfield. That's it. Stuck at Northfield for over an hour and a half, just sitting there stewing because I know the longer this goes, I'm not going to make the first half. And then eventually we did get going. It's 20 minutes before kickoff, so I'm literally thinking, where I was at Northfields, how long it usually takes from Northfields to Arsenal to get to. It doesn't look good. I'm not going to make the first half. I'll be lucky if I make the last 5 minutes if I'm lucky. And as I said, as soon as I come out the Arsenal, for some reason, Holloway Road was closed. I know it's a match day, but it wasn't thousands upon thousands upon thousands, like 23,000 or whatever it was, or whatever, altogether. Something like that, along the lines, either way. But, so yeah, to get off at Arsenal Station, for fuck's sake, seriously. As you come out, you hear the whistle go for half time, and then start seeing a few fans here and there just leaving the stadium at half time. Like, I know it's 3-1, but because I took my phone and all that. I know it's 3-1, but my God. It's a free ticket, for God's sake, that the club have provided as our members. Free tickets, and you're like, oh, I can't watch this. Oh, behave yourselves. Oh, dear. Been rent-free all afternoon. It's not a rant, I was just saying that literally the only reason I didn't do a watch-along for the Youth Cup final was because I was actually eventually at the game. That was always the plan, and obviously, yeah. And it's also because it was midweek, because of this fucking coronation bullshit. Yeah, so the Youth Cup final would have been either today or tomorrow. Got moved to Tuesday, and the game that was then kept in place for this weekend in terms of the Arsenal v Chelsea was then a week later moved to Tuesday 8:00 kickoff. Yeah, lack of and in the statement the excuse was the lack of policing. Now, make sense of this. The lack of policing, week before the coronation, 2 London derbies and all that today. So I can go, okay. Lack of policing. Monday, what's happening Monday? Around 60,000 fans are going to the Emirates to watch the Arsenal women versus Wolfsburg in the second leg of the Champions League. Around 60, hopefully it'll be 60,000, all in and around that, basically. And the exact same 60,000 plus is going to be at the Emirates 24 hours later for Arsenal v Chelsea. But it's lack of policing. We could have staged it out a bit more. I know, but lack of policing for Saturday, so it's got to be enough policing for Monday and Tuesday. You couldn't make it up. You really couldn't. Seeing AFTV comments saying that channel was back to normal. Oh, God. Yeah, less said about that, the better. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up now. I'm going to go off to get myself something to eat and be back in a few hours' time. About 20 past 10 UK time. I'll be back for the match of the day. So I know it's only 3 games today, but why not? Just at least there's some goals, more than enough goals to talk about and all that. And keep Tom happy as well. And then possibly tomorrow I might do a watch along for South the World Fan, maybe. I don't know. I need to talk to him actually because initially before the last 7 days happened, Liam wanted us to do a watch along for the Fulham versus City game. I don't think that's going to be the case, but I need a double check of him. If he wants to do it, if he wants to go ahead of that tomorrow, watch the pain unfold live together or not. So I need to check with him quickly. And then Monday, I'm at the game. I will reach out to see if see if Gary's available to host a watch along here on the channel on Monday. Obviously, try and get some guests on for him as well, Liam and all that as well. So, I'll keep you updated on that. But I'm at the game myself. And then you'll see my ugly mug after this week, and on Tuesday for the London derby between Arsenal and Chelsea. Chelsea that can't win versus Arsenal that haven't won in 4 games now, which is very worrying in a title race, but it is what it is. Oh dear, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, by the way, like I have, in terms of it gets something different. I thought, you know what, the whole reason behind today was, I've got no Arsenal today. There's no, obviously, the women don't play till Monday. I'm at the game myself. Apart from match of the day itself, I want to go give you guys some content as well, just to sort of catch up the few days after the event of Wednesday, have a bit of a laugh, and obviously, again, from a neutral perspective, see some joy. And we have seen it in the chat with Stefan, and obviously Ipswich again, congratulations to them, and joy in terms of the promotion of obviously Plymouth, Stevenage along the way, and I think there's a few other bits and pieces along the way. Just as a neutral, just enjoy have some football talk along the way. Get the words out eventually, but yeah. Oh dear. As I say, tonight we're back. Possibly tomorrow. For one way or the other, we'll be doing a watch on tomorrow. Just need to check with Liam if he still wants to go ahead and go with the agony of seeing City take over us tomorrow. But we'll see. Till then, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you later. And as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.